Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit Zappy here, back again with Hunter x Hunter. We are on episode 24, and in the last episode, we are still on our way up the mountain to the Zoldyck family estate of assassins, where Killua is being sort of held prisoner in a way, even though he came back on his own. I mean, you know, he's sort of like a hardened assassin at this point, so it's kind of like something that's sort of the norm for this family, you know. Like they just, you know, they take it as badasses. So yeah, but Killua is aware that Gon and Kurapika and Leorio are actually, like, you know, they are here, they are battling their way up. So yeah, last episode we got sort of introduced to a few characters. The mother, who I don't think there is a specific name for her, at least not yet anyway. Kaluto, which is one of the little sisters, I believe, the one that hangs around with the mother. Miluki, who is like the sort of the bigger, like the fatter brother. I'm guessing he's older. He's got to be older than Killua, right? Has to be. He definitely looks it anyway. And yeah, I do remember actually there was one thing when I was that I wanted to talk about after last episode, because I remember specifically saying something that that Killua has like a family member that he's really close with, and I believe it's a younger sister. Now I thought originally it was going to be Kaluto, but I don't think so. I think it's the other one, because there's a when it shows the silhouettes, Killua is obviously, he's holding the hand of like what seems to be a younger sister, or at least judging by the hair it is. And I believe I talked about, I may be wrong, but for some reason in my mind, last episode I talked about that girl who was looking through like the bushes and stuff, when they were sort of, you know, when Gon was going up against that little girl or whatever, right? The one with the dreads. Yeah, there was a like a sort of a little scene of like this girl looking through like a bush. So I'm guessing, I don't think that's Kaluto. After, you know, going back and watching it, I don't think that is Kaluto. I think that is whoever the other sister is, the one that we haven't met yet. Because I think it would make sense in regards to this sort of, well, this vision that I have in my head, that Killua has obviously a friend in that little maid servant girl, right? And then, you know, if he's got this like younger sister that he's really close with, that she would also be close with that little maid servant girl. So like there's like a trio going on there. It would make sense why she was looking out there. And Kaluto seems to be fixed towards, like, next to her mother's side, so I don't think that was her. I could be wrong, but, you know, I just feel like that makes sense. And then, yeah, that crazy shit happened where fucking the mother fired something at that servant girl. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't think she's dead though, like, because like Leo was like sort of propping her up at the end of the episode, so I don't think she's dead. But fuck me, caught me off guard, that one. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. They're just, you know, making their way up. So, you know, I don't know if it's a case of like, I mean, because I don't think they can fucking take on like these family of assassins. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally just the start of the anime. Like, yeah, we've had the exam thing, but they're not ready to take on like this family of assassins. You know what I mean? They're clearly out of their league. So there has to be something that goes on. I just don't know what yet. Maybe Killua gets out. We don't know. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. So we're just going to get in episode 24 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, episode 24. Right, so yeah, we started off with a bit of background on Killua, and now we know Canary. I was going to like call her Canary because I didn't think... I was trying to think in my head while the episode was going on. It's like, how do I want to pronounce this? They say Canary, and now that I do actually think about it does actually sound right, because if I'm sitting here going to call her like Canary, I'm just going to be thinking about birds all the time, so it's not going to work. So yeah, Canary, she's the butler girl servant. So she explained that she was from a place called Meteor City, and then explained like right after it's like it's a place that's got absolutely decimated, and I was like, is it because it got done in by a meteor? No. It just seems to be like the local dumping ground, like the equivalent of just like a fucking landfill. You just chuck things everywhere. You can, it's basically just a shithole. She doesn't seem to think of it that way. Like she has, like, it seems to be like she has a bit of like fond memories of that place. But I mean, I guess home's home. I mean, I live in a fucking shithole. You know what I mean? So, but it is home. So, I guess I can sort of equate the two things. But you did basically say that it is like the city of the undergrounds. Like that's the place where I think the quote was that was where the Phantom Troop like was from. Like, I guess that's where it formed. Because it didn't seem like she was quoting like basically, oh, that's where like Phantom Troop members come from, like in like a sense that like because it's basically a city of the underground, it's a dark, sort of dingy city. Like it's like the city of like the underground. It's like if you have like those sort of metropolitan areas where there's like sort of an area where it's like back alleys and it's like like the shitty fucking part of town. It's like obviously that's where all the bad stuff are going to happen, so it's like that except it's a whole city. So yeah, I imagine we might be going there at some point during this show. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, we had a look at sort of her abilities. That's where she obviously learned the shadow step thing, which is basically the equivalent of just like being silent, just ninja moves essentially, getting around without making any noise. And she had already learned the rhythm echo thing as well, so I thought that was specifically a fucking assassin thing, but I guess not. I guess anyone can learn it. I remember quite a few episodes ago now, when it was Gon and Killua against Netero, and they were doing that like trying to get the ball thing. And Gon basically asked us he asked about that rhythm echo thing that Killua did, and Netero said you have no need for that. That's only for people who are like on a more darker sort of plane. You know what I mean? Like they're on a darker path. So it makes sense. It's interesting that Canary, she has this air about her that's so like very nice and kind and caring, but she came out of that place, so I'm interested to see exactly what it's like, because if we eventually get there in the show and like everyone you see is like on the side like staring at you going you know what I mean, I'm gonna be like how the fuck did she come out of there with that kind of like attitude, you know what I mean? Because I mean, you've got to think where you sort of come from and where you grew up does kind of rub off on you in a way, you know what I mean? I guess it's I don't know. I mean, we don't know like who like her parents are or anything like that, so we don't know like the kind of even though if it was a shit city, we don't know to what degree, I suppose. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why anyone would want to live there unless you literally are like part of that darker group that's just like, because I guess like it's well, I was gonna say like there's probably not a lot of you're not really stricken to law there, but then I'm thinking it's like this show, it's like the laws don't necessarily apply. I don't know what would happen if someone just randomly murdered someone in the street. Like I don't like, is there any rules of law? Is there any sort of any justice? I don't know. Is it the hunters that give out the justice, and that's why they can get away with anything? And it's sort of like a corrupt sort of fucking. It's kind of corrupt in a way, but then I guess it's not, because I guess anyone has the ability to become a hunter. Well, not everyone has the ability, but anybody has the option to take the exam, I guess. So I don't know. So yeah, we'll have a look at. We got introduced to two more characters. So we've got grandfather Zeno, who seems to be like the most down to earth of the lot. I was originally going to say the father after listening to him, but then at the end there's something on the edge. I thought it was like, so he has a. I think the way that he was acting with Killua, that's how he wants to act with him. So I think that's genuine. But I think sending him off to be with his friends, there is more than meets the eye there. The whole blood oath thing about not betraying his friends is interesting. I don't know why they would point that out unless it's interesting how they pinpoint that out when they do. I don't particularly think they would need to, unless that's going to come up again. So I think in order for, because in their mind Killua's the one to take his place, right? Because he has the potential and everything like that. I think to get there, that's how they plan for Killua to go, for to betray his friends in order to do it. I think that's the idea. It's like, for him, in order for him to ascend to the seat of that family and become the, whatever they call it, I don't know, like I guess just take the seat and become like the one making the calls, the one in charge. I think that's like a step that they are hoping that he takes, that he needs to take in order to ascend to that seat, which is betray his friends. And I have a feeling the reason why he's letting him go be with his friends is so that can happen. If he's close to them, it's more likely to happen, right? So, but I can't help but feel that they're going to interject, like, do some like sort of shady stuff in the background to like maybe tip the, basically tip the scales and allow for there to be sort of questions asked and having the group sort of maybe lose trust in each other, and then basically that leads to Killua trying to kill one of the group, right? And it's like, well, there you go, he betrayed his friends. So I don't know, or give them a reason to do it, like they would, like, I don't know, like blackmail them in some way, I can see that kind of happening just because of the way that like they were talking about it at the end. So yeah, the fucking Milky, what was he talking about? I don't understand what he was talking about there. It could just be the subtitles and they're just completely off. But he was like, he basically explained when they were talking. He was talking to Grandfather Zeno, and he was basically saying, like he doesn't have the aptitude to be an assassin or something like that because, and then like he sort of compared being moody with making friends, and almost like that being the same thing. I don't know what he was getting at there. I don't know, because that doesn't mean anything. That's just completely opposite. Like there's nothing comparable between the two there. You know what I mean? Like he's too moody to be an assassin, right? But he wants to make friends. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah, I don't know. Unless there's for some reason in this world, like to be like, I guess it's not. It's obviously you don't have to be one to be an assassin. You don't have to be like, not moody. But I guess there's for some reason Milky has this image of assassins having some personality a bit. I don't know. I don't know why that's a thing, but oh well. So yeah, when the mother has the mother's weird. I don't know what this whole like fucking RoboCop thing is just got going on, but apparently that sort of syncs up to something. I mean, so she can communicate. I don't think she can communicate. I don't think it's a radio thing. I thought that was what it was at first with the. I don't know, maybe. Because it seems more like she's got cameras everywhere and she can see them through her robo vision, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Because it seems like she knows what's going on in other places. With the Zeno one, it seemed like more like it was like radio like it was communication, right? Like actually talking to Zeno. But then with the father and Killua, when they were having it's almost, she spoke of it like, because she obviously wasn't speaking to the father or Oh, I guess Silver, that's his name, right? Silver or Kilowatt at that point, right? It was almost like she just had like a security camera in the room, and she just saw it was happening. So she was like, "What?" You know what I mean? It's weird. I don't know what degree she's like connected to, like, you know what I mean? She might just be a fucking robot at this point. I don't know. Who fucking knows? Kaluto is interesting. I almost have a feeling like, and they've done this in other anime and stuff like that, where it's like there's quite clearly a lolly, right? But then she's like older than most of the other characters. You know what I mean? Like, she's obviously not going to be older than the father, because she's obviously a daughter, right? But like, it wouldn't surprise me at this point if she's like the oldest sister. You know, like pretty, like, you know, probably like older than Killua or something. You know, just the way her voice was. She doesn't give off that sort of like childish vibe. I might be wrong though. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I've got for that episode. So yeah, it went completely differently to how I figured it would have. I mean, like, it almost came like, I mean, I guess it was the only way it could have really gone without it getting messy. Because let's be honest, like I said, Gon and the crew aren't going to be able to go up against these, like, this assassin family. It's just not going to happen. You know, it's not going to happen. So something had to like, you know, it had to be a different way of going about it than them just fighting their way through and dispatching everyone before they got to Killua. It just wasn't going to happen, right? But yeah, that's all I've got. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below, I've links to certain things. One of them is the Discord. If you want any information regarding my content, you can get yourself over there. You can also come talk to me on the community, and Patreon as well. So I do have a Patreon. If you do want to support me, that would be very much appreciated. There's a bunch of tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the early access tier, $5 a month, gives you access to shows a week early, and you get access to 4 episodes of Hunter x Hunter every week as well. As opposed to the usual 2, so you'll get 2 on Monday and 2 on Friday. Full length, that is the $10, gives you access to my full length library. Everything I react to gets a full length. Exclusive tier is the $15, that gives you access to a bonus show that I'm currently reacting to, which is 7 Deadly Sins. Elite tier, $50. Every time you pay $50, you'll get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It'll go at the back of the list, but I'm at 7 shows. Might take me a while to get round to it, but I will do eventually. But if you don't want to wait that long and you want your show to be reacted to next, and you want to get God tier, which is $100. But that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.